Spot on, bro. Spot on.
It kind of reminds me though of the whole Live Aid thing in 1985.
Oh yes, the famous concert stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, those guys, the guys who did the actual concert, they were mostly doing it to, they were playing for the biggest audience of their lives. They were mostly doing it for publicity. But in the end, they got, they got a huge amount of donations.
Yeah,
from people, and that's it still helped out a lot.
Some people have said stuff like, "Oh, I feel like they're donating for the wrong reason, and they're doing it for their own gratitude." And, okay, while some people are, who the fuck cares?
Well,
if they're donating $100 because they have an ego.
You can care a little bit about that, but at this moment, maybe culture is like that, and you're not really going to change it at this moment. Maybe it's going to change in 10 years. Maybe people will have developed so far that they actually care about these charities and do it for that reason. I think in the 80s, a lot of people did care because it was sort of seen as, I don't know. So people did like donating back then, I think. But when the economy is shit as well, I don't know, it's a bit different. But why wait for that? Because you can get results right now, and maybe people don't care right now, but by doing this sort of shit, maybe they actually feel better for donating in the end. Or maybe when God help us, a cure does get found, maybe they're like, that's actually, I feel good for donating now. And maybe then their state of mind about it will change, and maybe then they will keep donating for other reasons than just themselves.
Yep.
And the thing is, with Live Aid as well, just think about, we should be glad now that there's this whole internet thing, but because with Live Aid, with the whole satellite thing and all that, it was like, at least of that magnitude, was never done before. Like, only Elvis did like one of those concerts, but not worldwide or anything. And all the money that went into it is like a million times more than the water that was wasted for this.
Yeah, of course.
And it's not like it's wasted, because normally you spend the water on yourself, and now you've spent it on a disease or something, to get it cured or whatever. So it's been paid for. The water's been paid for, like $17 million or whatever.
Yeah, of course. The water has been paid for, and a lot of the time it is done in an area where the water isn't bad, where there's enough, and people are using, people are actually using water from the ocean and stuff like that, and using it and being able to conserve it in a good way, I guess.
I don't think people are taking bottled water and putting ice cubes in there.
No. What I did is I got the tap water, filled it up about halfway.
People are throwing water balloons at each other all summer long, and super soakers and stuff like that. I guess that's less of a waste than this then.
Yeah, by that logic, yeah.
Fuck 'em,
people. This is proof. Honestly, I almost view this as more of a problem than the sheep themselves. It's like the people that just have nothing better to do but to complain about it. Do you know what I mean? They just want to ruin everything else. Do you know what I mean?
But in a way, they're sheep as well, because they're sort of jumping on the bandwagon of. There's loads of people jumping on the bandwagon here of there were a few stupid people, just really stupid people, who reasoned that it was, worthless, this whole campaign, and that it's a waste of water, and it doesn't help, and people don't donate for the right reasons, so fuck this whole ice bucket thing, and I'm better than that. you know, it's very bad reasoning.
Yeah, of course it is.
And some people, you know, they see this and they hadn't thought about it themselves yet because they were still caught up in you know, doing, you know, I guess doing the right thing. I don't know, caught up in the whole fun of it or whatever. And then they read that, and some people who are sheepish maybe thought that, well, that's an original thought. I want to be original like that. And then they all jump on it, and everybody's is chanting it now, how it's stupid and wasteful, and people are only doing it to get attention.
To get attention, yeah.
Even though, you know, who the fuck cares? They're getting attention. That's the whole point of the Ice Bucket Challenge. If people didn't need to do it, if there weren't so many people who needed that attention for themselves, there wouldn't have been a need for the Ice Bucket Challenge in the first place. But there is, because the donations were shit before the Ice Bucket Challenge was there, and now they're not.
If you want to complain about that, I guess it's valid. You can say people don't care about it unless the incentive, but that is the way of the world. There's nothing we can do about that. So this is the next best thing in order to ensure a great amount of money is donated for a good cause, and giving people an incentive. You know what I mean? I get it's so you wouldn't you love to say, well, why can't people just do it out of the goodness of their own heart? Look, I'd love to say that's true. I'd love to say.
And
that
what
would
the
be
hell
the case,
does
but
that
who
help?
cares?
Like you saying that people do this out of the goodness of your heart. You know, you don't do it because you want attention. Just do it out of the goodness of your own heart. Wow, I'm sure that now you've convinced everyone to donate.
Yeah.
And this works way better than the Ice Bucket Challenge, which is, you know, entertained people and then gone all over Facebook and drawn more attention to it. I mean, they should do this. If you ask me, they should do this sort of stuff. Just maybe every year for a different charity, something like that. If it doesn't grow old, I don't know. They could change up the direction in which the money goes. You know, they could change up charities or whatever. I think that
I like these. One comment about the deterring this that I do like the recent comments that are basically saying something along the lines of, you know, great stuff. I won't be donating to ALS, but instead I'll be donating to my local cancer council charity. Something like, hey, that's fantastic. That's great.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
awesome. That is fine.
That is kind of in the spirit of the of what was going on in the mid '80s as well with Bob Geldof and everything. I think people would I mean, it just became trendy to donate to charities, and people weren't just donating to that whole African stuff. That whole African stuff, you know, they weren't just donating for you know, hunger in Africa and stuff. They started donating for other stuff as well, because that just became. Yeah. It's not separated per se. It can still, one charity can still spark the interest for others as well, and even. Yeah, like I said, even if they don't do it out of the kindness of their own hearts now, if they do it enough and once they start seeing result, people just might start to like it and do it for other reasons. And in that way, society can move forward to being more, you know, caring about each other or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say in sort of a hippie way.
The revolution is not going to happen in one day. Do you know what I mean?
It's certainly not going to happen by people trying to be hipsters,
trying to shut down anything that's different, anything that's like a different trend, anything that's like something that is like changed it up for a little bit.
Yeah, what the hell are they helping out with?
Like,
I'm donating just because I want to. Well, good for you. I know that's not true anyway, because they're the ones who are still.
They're still advertising their donation, aren't they?
They're still fucking chanting about it.
Saying I've donated and I won't do the challenge. I don't care, but I don't want to have to do that.
That's worse, because they still want to advocate the whole thing about that they're donating, except they also want to feel better than the people who than the people. They want to be seen as above the other people who are donating. They don't think it's good enough to be donating because they won't feel special enough anymore because other people are donating. Maybe they're
Yeah,
annoyed that other people are donating.
It's like they wanted to be the big philanthropist or something.
Yeah.
Here's one. This is a bit more neutral. It's not as bad, but this is one of my friends. Well, the ALS. Well, yeah, I'm not like a good friend. I'm just a normal friend, I guess, like a normal level. I'd see him around every now and then. Well, the ALS Ice Challenge has entered my friend circle, so a word of forewarning: I will not be participating in it if nominated, just because I feel charity should be a voluntary act of goodwill, not something to be paraded around and forced onto other people through peer pressure, etc. I have nothing against those who have done it. It's still a good cause, but I myself won't take part. And I think that's okay to an extent. Like, I think if you don't want to take part in it, that's fine. But I don't like people trying to define what charity is. Charity is
I mean, how the fuck should it? What's wrong with parading it, though? I don't really get.
If the money's still being put there, then who cares? That's exactly.
I mean, people are advocating, gay parades and everything because it's like supposed to show gay people in a good light, which it doesn't. And because that's freedom and everything, but then they think it's wrong that they parade this around. I don't know. In the end, it's all like a load of PC bullshit. Because a lot of people, it's whatever people think they're supposed to think tends to be like advocated or something, because a lot of people think, we need to support gay parades or whatever. I'm not against it. I do think it sort of represents wrong facets of their community. Well, not wrong facets maybe, but facets that I don't know. It sort of makes them. It puts other gay people who don't participate in it in a different light, and
it kind of implies a little bit more about like the
sexual
gay lifestyle. Yeah, sexual deviancy. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, and that's you can call that. I mean, I wouldn't fault people for saying that's a negative trope. I mean, some people don't like that whole perversion. I don't really care if people want to be sexually deviant as long as it's not hurting anyone. But I can sort of see, I mean, if everybody's acting like, this is your parade, this is your message to the outside world, to the people who are not in the know about the gay community, so to speak. Here you go. And what they do is alienate people who don't really hang out with gays to begin with or something. They sort of parade around like circus animals. And I mean, this is supposed to make middle America think, yes, these are the people that I want to adopt my children, because that's the kind of rights they're fighting for. Or these are the people I want to get married in churches and stuff like that. And no, I think they should show themselves in sort of, like the people they are. But I guess a lot of people, it's a private matter, really, sexual preference, I guess. And a lot of gay people don't want to throw it out there like that. A lot of gay people never tell people that they're gay. They just are gay and they do gay stuff or something. But they don't make a big deal out of it. So I guess they never really become representatives of it. So it's always the people who like to be in the limelight, who like to be out and proud, who get all the attention, and that sort of paints an inaccurate picture, if not negative, about them. Maybe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't know. I got sort of sidetracked there. I don't know what we were talking about exactly anymore. Well, right, we're talking about how the charity got paraded around. Well, that's that's more. I find that a more positive parade than gay parades or something, which everyone has to agree with, apparently. Otherwise, you're a homophobe, which I'm not.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah. People don't need to tell me what charity is and what it is. I mean, like a voluntary act of goodwill. Like, charity's charity at the end of the day. Money is money. Funds are funds. Like,
nobody Well, nobody really does anything purely, selflessly in a way, because
To an extent, yeah.
well, really, for every example, you could think of a way how they would
It could
do it
somehow benefit you
for their
I
own
guess.
benefit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone does something for someone else, it's usually, because they like them. But when you like someone else, you want to be liked by someone else, so you do something for them. That's usually the, or even like, taking a bullet for someone or whatever. It's because they know they will be happy knowing that the other person can live on or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe they even think they're going to heaven because of it, which could make it even more selfish in a way, people saving the world and giving their lives because they think, well, I'm going to be a bloody hero in heaven. Or maybe people are going to be honoring them after they're dead.
After their death, yeah.
Yeah, people care about that. There's all sorts of reasons people do something because of their own gains, but that's not necessarily, that's just a programmed into you,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. It's a...
as long as it's not too bad, as long as it's...
No, yeah, fair enough.
As long as you like being viewed well or whatever, I guess I don't know, whatever. I made my point, I think.
You make a point is made. Yeah, this kind of thing, it's not really around that often anyway. You know what I mean? Like, enough for it to be a genuine annoyance. Like, you can basically avoid it for the most part. There's not many times when this kind of thing comes around. Like, there's been like that neck nomination thing that we had where people you nominate someone and you drink alcohol in an incredibly stupid way. So that was pretty pointless.
Right.
But
yeah. I saw some of that. That kind of annoyed me, but I was still indifferent about it somewhat. But
because people were actually people were actually like do like stupid stuff, like beyond belief stupid, like chug like 25 shots and then die. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of,
and then for my challenge, I'm going to chug 25 shots and then die.
No, that's the conclusion of the challenge, the death. No, for example, like people go, this is what they do. This is like the Australian way. They do this with the ALS. They go, "G'day everyone, it's me, Johnny. Thanks to Brett for the nomination. Thanks to Brett for the neck nomination." Yeah,
that's the thing that annoyed me the most. Like, I saw like a few of those, and the thing that just cringed me out the most was the way people were talking, like all fake. And next I nominate this person.
It's like, I nominate John Smith, Andrew Conley, and Luke Heffernan.
And they're like, good luck guys. Yeah, good luck boys.
That's the more.
It's just so douchey.
That's the more like classy one. Then there'd be this one. Guys, welcome. This is my neck nomination. Thanks to the nomination, and nominate Andrew Conley, Johnny Natrim, yeah, bros, fucking Al Malloy, cunts. Yeah, see you later, cunts. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it would be like. Like, I'm gonna fucking scar with some fucking wine. Like that's their thing.
Yeah.
No, think.
I don't think so.
Year 10 shit cunt.
Nominate me, but yeah.
The only reason why I didn't think of nominating you is because I just didn't think you guys would have done it.
I said I couldn't imagine someone talking like that nominating me because I don't talk to people who talk like that.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, of course. It's like, hey guys, it's me, Johnny Natrium, with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be playing Deadly Premonition, bro. Like, it's a fucking sick game, man. Like, I fucking love it. I fucking love Deadly Prems. D-Prem-nish, bro. D-Tem-nish.
Trish. Yeah.
Deadly penetration mission. Yeah, mate. It's fucking dope.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh,
yeah,
my boys know what
bro.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, the boys know. The boys know. You, Johnny, Scotty, Smithy, you guys know. You fucking got it, bro. You got it. Yeah, that's right,
Sounds
man.
pretty
That's right.
homoerotic, actually. Like,
Yeah,
no,
fucking yeah, man. Like,
you know
just
what I'm
finish
talking
your
about?
10.
Deep penetration. Last night.
It's like, yeah, Johnny, you know. You fucking know, mate. You fucking know.
You fucked me.
You, yeah, just being parent about it. It's like, you fucking had sex with me, bro. Like, we had anal sex.
You remember.
It's like,
Come
do you
on.
remember when I fucking sodomized you, bro? Something like that.
You remember the hole that you left, mate? It was like a tunnel 2 feet wide.
Yeah, that'd be such a change up from the normal implied homoeroticism of like
But
that
that's
type
the
of
actual
voice.
way it goes. Like no, like with not in a let's play, but with that whole drinking challenge. Like that's the actual progression of it. Like it starts out with Johnny, like you guys know, and then it like escalates into that whole thing about he fucked me. Or something.
Yeah.
And people are just
shit.
watching it, just mouth agape.
Yeah.
That would be fun if there was something like
fantastic.
that. Sounds like a Ricky Gervais skit or something.
That would be a good skit, actually, like that. Yeah, bro culture. Like, you know, the title would be like bro culture reduced to 3 words. He fucked me or something like that. Like I fucked him or something.
Bro,
I sodomized him. That's it. That's the punchline. It's like, yeah, bro, I had sex with you. Yeah, like, oh shit. Yeah, when are we going to record more of that mind game, whatever it's called? You know,
my ass, and then
fuck.
Yeah, like last night.
He fucking inserted some anal beads, bro.
Jesus. You can do that. You can make it like make the skit return each time with like a more braved thing. Like
more of a He went fucking Bocco no Pico on my ass, bro.
What?
There's a show called
Boku no Pico.
Boku no Pico. Sorry.
Oh Jesus! Yeah.
You know that anime? You know that?
Yep.
I think it's hentai, probably.
I heard about it. Yeah, it's that like Shota or something is what they call it. Like when it's
part of me kind of wants to see what's so fucked up about it. Like I want to actually like.
Well, I think the one fucked up thing about it is that they're like very much underage.
Oh yeah, they're like 14-year-old boys. Yeah. I mean that's fucked up, but like, and that sounds a bit pedo for me, not saying creeped out, but that's not really what creeps me. It's more the actual. Like I want to know if that's it. That's all that makes, because in this show, Elfin Lead.
It'll be censored though. Like Japanese censor everything, genitals. That is.
They censor all the like the vagina and the penis. That's about it. They don't censor the boobs. So
no.
Which is interesting because I was watching this show Elfin Lead and that was pretty cool, and there's little girl, like there's like a 14-year-old girl and you just see her breasts, you know what I mean, like
and do that.
And it's not handled as a big deal. It's not like, it's just simply, that's just it, like it's part of the show. They have a shower together, you know, it's not even sexual, and that's it. That's just it.
They tend to do that they tend to take that sort of stuff into fan service territory.
Oh, fan service, yeah, of course. Yeah.
In game, like there was this Final Fantasy game, maybe multiple games where like
I bet you it was 10. I bet you're talking about 10.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it was in 10 as well. Yeah, there was this like girl who was like 14, 15 or something, and she was constantly like, they were doing ass shots of her and like in scantily clad, and very suggestive. Mm-hmm. But I think the age of consent is lower in Japan as well, so they don't.
Honestly, I don't give a shit. It sounds really creepy, but like I don't actually care if there's like underage nude kids, because it's a cartoon. It's not real.
The kids made it more funny, like underage nude kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like
fuck
could have
it.
said underage and nude people because that already implies that they're underage. But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
kids made it sound
We're
more
definitely
pedo.
being tracked. Now the NSA is definitely tracking us.
Underage nude kids. That's right. NSA, and whatever.
They've got us now. We're done. No, yes, no, that kind of thing. Like, yeah, as long as it's not basically it's all about that. Like, hey, look, actually, no, actually, no. I watched the show. We finished the show last week. It was called Future Diary, Miri Nikki, I think it's called in Japan, and it's quite good. But at the end of the show, the two main characters, they're both 14 years old. They have sex at the very end, like near the very end, and like all you do is you see a breast. That's it. But like, and there's like the sound. But like, they're 13 and they're fucking, like, Jesus,
Like animals.
like I don't. It's very interesting what the Japanese choose to put in the show. Like, not much of it's left up to interpretation. It's like, yeah, they fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like, they have to like 100% spell it out.
Is it that uncommon for, like, I don't know, 13, 14-year-old to have sex?
Well, I'm not. No, I was going to make that joke that I know you don't like, that like Netherlands joke. You know, like, here in the Netherlands. No, I was just kidding.
Oh.
But, no. In like here, 13, 14. Nah. I'd say no. I reckon there'd be maybe one or two people in the year that would have. I reckon one or two people. It was pretty rare. Pretty rare. Yeah.
Well, for 13 or 14, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, especially like, I don't know, little Aussie kids who half their voices haven't even dropped yet, so it's a bit weird.
Whereas Dutch kids, they're like,
Whereas Dutch kids, mate, they are rigs. They're rigs from birth. That's brilliant. Oh shit.
Hey, Al,
oh shit.
We just had a whole discussion about the ALS thing, and I recorded part of it. So
good. That was a fantastic.
Maybe I should put,
discussion.
but I only recorded it from
the second call.
Yeah, from when I got back.
Oh, fuck, yeah. What's it been? Okay, so that other call was 1 hour 20. The call before that was 47 minutes up just then. So we've already been speaking for 2 hours, not just about that, but that was a good discussion, actually. That was a very good discussion.
I could put that up on YouTube as a podcast about...
Yeah, seriously, it could be a podcast. It was awesome. Very, like, structured. Well, basically attacking the people that have nothing better to do than to just complain about it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
okay. We're not attacking the people who have nothing better to do than to do the ice bucket challenge. We're attacking the people who complain about the ice bucket.
Right. Yeah, Fisher, did you nominate me for that? Because I never watched your ice bucket challenge.
No, I didn't nominate you.
Fuck. I didn't want to be nominated by anyone. I was like, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that either. Actually.
Yeah, I couldn't be fucked.
Fucking freezing. It was fucking freezing. But I don't mind doing it because someone nominated me. I donated the money. I don't care. The thing is, I don't understand why people like hate it so much. Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand why. I understand that some people are doing it selfishly, but who cares?
There are various ethical reasons behind it, because ALS, they animal testing and all this, like, very shoddy animal testing is like, not that I behind them. I'm just saying these are reasons that people give. Although it is something to do with like wasting of water, which is like
that's bullshit.
That's another one. And then there's a third one. I can't remember what that one was. But yeah, the animal testing one is the big one, and even that bothers.
Yeah, the animal testing. Oh shit.
What are we gonna do about this?
I know this could be bad. Yeah.
It's Johnny hosting. What the hell?
Yeah, Johnny's hosting.
What's going on?
Why is this happening? This doesn't make sense.
I'll shut down my browser.
Okay, all right.
There's lots of YouTube.
Browser.
Shut down my browser.
Yeah, if you have YouTube videos loading, then
yeah.
What's it called? Yeah, no, the one with the animals is probably the biggest one out of everything. That's the biggest one. I'd say.
Then what? Wait. But What's the argument then?
So what the argument is?
So they're saying because they test on animals, we shouldn't do research at all for it, or what?
Well,
no, it's not that. It's just that there are methods which involve not testing on animals, and there's like proof that it never works when you test on animals. Like it doesn't solve anything. There's also monkeys, like both rats and mice or something. And monkeys as well are being tortured or something for this testing.
Well, yeah, I've seen that before on. They did that on Parkinson's. They did stuff on rats, and they found some kind of way by injecting something into them to cure Parkinson's in rats or something.
Right. Well,
but it never. They did that in the 80s,
right? Okay.
And they still haven't found a way to do that.
There you go. Yeah, that's their point. Like, it never works. Animal testing, like despite whatever effort, like most cures.
But what's that got to do to giving money to research?
What it is I'll just quickly say it. It's they're saying about giving to the major ALS charity, like the ALSA. But see, the solution to it is just donate to one of the 20 other ALS charities. That's all you have to do. I just donate to the Australian.
Nobody said that you had to donate to that one, right?
Exactly. No, exactly right. That's just the most popular one. ALSA is the most popular one. All you have to do is just donate to another one.
Why would they do that then, if that's the biggest one and it doesn't work?
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I got a feeling there's some fucking Greenpeace agenda behind saying it doesn't work. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Yeah, well,
same thing with global warming.
There are some high-profile celebrities who have declined to take part because, you got Grimes, you have Ariana Grande and Pamela Anderson. But Pamela Anderson's,
you know who did it? The only Ice Bucket Challenge video that I've seen was Alan Menken, the Disney composer, for the 90s Disney songs, and he just did not like it at all. He was just going. It was like a little kid, and he dropped the F-bomb even.
Oh.
He was like, "Go, go!" and his whole face went red. And he's like this little mole man. He looks like a Mr. Mole, and he's like really small with beady little eyes and sort of chubby and like round glasses and just going, "No, fuck."
Yeah, he spoken like a true Disney villain. Oh, darn it, drat, man. He starts playing chords, on his piano.
Which he just flying around.
When I did it, I had 3 trays of ice and then just half the bucket, and it was it was absolutely freezing, but I had a shower.
It's very good for you to submerge yourself in ice for a short moment of time.
Yeah, that's why they have ice baths in the AFL, like sports and stuff like that.
And when I had when I was doing the stuff for the uni thing where I had to make 3 things to send in, I got a week in advance, just as I had started out for a few days. I got an inflammation in my wrist from playing, or
carpal tunnel.
No, it was different. Well, it was something like that, but different. Yes, it's basically repeated strain injuries. They call that, I think.
Oh, okay, right.
And it's just it basically got inflamed from being in the wrong position too much or something.
Wrong position.
It was my left hand, so. Not that.
Right.
But
right. Oh, I get you. Right. Yeah. But Johnny's you're anti-porn, so.
Well, yeah. I'm not per se anti. Yeah, I know what you mean. But but yeah, playing was just almost impossible then. And
okay.
I looked it up. I didn't have time to go on antibiotics. And there was this one site, and it almost looked like one of those websites where they're trying to sell you something. There's like this big thing with testimonies, these fake testimonies, and like, let me tell you this story about how I got this and how I made it go away and stuff like. And I was already scrolling down to the bottom of the page to see if there was like a book or a DVD set that I had to buy or something.
Right.
But no, there were just very clear instructions, and he said, I guarantee that it works. And he had this thing for like inflammations in every part of the body. There was like this specific way to handle it, but it all had to do with sort of the same thing, which was ice. And I basically just had to, for 2 hours every day, I had a 2-hour period, and every 10 minutes I had to submerge like my whole forearm into a bucket of ice water.
Right.
For 10 seconds at a time, and then 10 minutes later again 10 seconds, and within 2 days completely gone.
Wow.
Whereas the whole week before, it had just been getting worse up to that point, and then 2 days I did the ice thing, it was gone.
Well, there you have it. Ice is a hero.
Yeah.
That is damn
Everyone
good.
do ice. That's what we get.
Do ice.
Do ice.
I like it.
Don't do drugs.
Use ice.
Do ice.
Do ice. Do ice.